person who's talking and talking and talking and not knowing that their friend already fell asleep. And sometimes I go on and on and on, and they are already in sleep world. And yeah, I love those little chit chats. I also made myself some tea. I hope you too, or another drink of your choice that calms you down. Calms you down. Right now I have mint tea with some, how do you say, lemon? Yes. I started growing mint on my balcony, and like recently, not recently, but like since Corona, I found out that I really, really love gardening. I mean, I don't know a lot about it. Um, yeah, I'm really enjoying it because I feel like it's some sort of meditation while doing it. Because I usually don't distract my mind with something different. No podcast, no music, and just being part of nature in that moment and taking care of something other than me. It makes me really happy. I don't know. It grounds me. It grounds me so much. And I'm not a person who is very grounded in reality. I'm not a person who's very grounded. I feel like I'm always in my head, and this really brings me out of my head. So if you're like me, I can absolutely recommend you to try some gardening. Even if you don't have a lot of space, even if you don't have a garden, you can do some gardening on your balcony, or even I heard that some people grow it inside. They, I don't know, there's like special equipment where you can grow something inside too. So, yeah, that's why, and yeah, that's what I have in here right now, and it's so cool to know that you drink, or eat something which you growed yourself, which you grew yourself. It's so cool. And that was not a good idea with my lipstick. Yes, I don't know if I'm too pale for red lipstick. I don't know. It's a lot. You guys can tell me if you like it or if it's too much. I'm still thinking about how I can wear red lipstick without looking like a ghost. Any tips are any tips or tricks are appreciated. And yeah, I hope you're making yourself cozy right now. You got your drink, and you already are, and I hope you're already in bed on your couch with a lot of pillows. Get yourself some pillows. when you first hear it, I was surprised too, because in the past I also didn't know that we are much more than our sun sign. And that's the case with all the horoscopes you see in the magazines. Those are only based on your sun sign, and they don't include anything else. They don't include the ascendant or anything else what's going on in your chart. So that's the first shocking thing I tell people, and they're like always like, what? Really? Oh, I didn't know. And as I learned over the years now, sign is actually something you have to grow into. That's why a lot of people don't identify with their sun sign, and they say astrology is not real, because they don't identify with their sun sign, and that is completely normal, because the sun sign is your solar purpose. It's what you are here to, it's the sign you are here to embody. And like in the hero's journey, I'm a really big fan of mythology, and the hero's journey is a mythological story, and that's the story of your sun sign. You are here to become the hero, and at the end of this long journey, the gift of all the struggle and challenge is to finally embody this archetype, that is your sun sign. So if you're a Libra, for example, a Libra sun sign, your goal is to master relationships. You are here to learn about love, and to learn about balance, and to learn about the give and take in relationships. So yes, that's why, for example, I am a very unbalanced person, I feel like, and it's something I have to learn. It's something I have to learn. Or for example, if you're which one should I pick? If you're a Leo, you're here to learn how to be confident, and how to be bold, and how to be giving. So yeah, that's why a lot of Leos are actually shy in the first years, and they have to It's like your natural aura, and I heard in some textbooks that you have to use your rising in order to realize your sun sign. So yeah, the ascendant is a really important factor, and it also sets up the whole chart. Because when we come to houses and stuff, which is another topic, the ascendant is really important because it sets up the whole houses. And yeah, so that's something I always ask first. When are you born, at which time exactly, and where? And without those two infos, I usually don't want to give the person some information because I don't got it. The birth chart can absolutely be different if it's like only like 10 minutes later. So basically, even if it's just like 10 minutes later, the whole chart can be a different one. So I am very particular with that, or do you say? But like I don't do it. I don't do it because then it's the worst if you get a chart done which is wrong, and like years later you find out you were absolutely another person. Because even though I'm into astrology and I do think it's true for a lot of reasons, I absolutely can understand and also imagine that a big person can have a placebo effect where they like get a wrong chart done and they think it's like the true one, and so they start to accept stuff that the chart tells the person, which they actually don't think is true. And I example, and so they feel in a way they are happy if they can have a legacy and give that to their children. And there are different ways, very, very different ways. But yeah, to each the one he enjoys and he finds right. So yeah, the whole astrology thing goes very deep and very, very deep. But yeah, so I can start with the ascendant. The ascendant is, as I said, the aura, the natural aura you hold. It's your personality, and there's a difference between personality and identity. Identity is something you build. That's why I said identity is our sun sign, because it's something we have to grow into and we have to work for it. An identity is constructed, it's built without work. And it's a decision. But your personality, on the other hand, is something you cannot choose. You can work on it. For example, you cannot choose if you are extroverted or introverted. You cannot choose if you are more open-minded and actively seeking new people, new experiences, or if you are more in your shell and introverted. So that is something which is fixed. Of course you can work on it if you know it, if you know you're introverted and you want to be go more out of your shell, you can work on that, and you can also you can reach results as a human, as an adult. But yeah, so that's the ascendant. Okay. So for example, if you're a Gemini rising, your personality is very communicative, very open-minded, very mental, flexible. You love to meet new people. You are more on the extrovert side, even though I am very cautious to say one sign is extroverted and one is introverted. There are a lot of things going on in the chart, not only the rising sign. You can have another thing in your chart, another aspect, another house placement, another thing going on here, which interferes with your ascendant. Your ascendant can be extroverted, but then you have other things going on, which makes you more reclusive. So, reading an astrology chart is something multidimensional and multifaceted. So, I am very cautious to come to conclusions. And I found out about myself that I hold multiple layers in myself. There's this layer who likes to go on the internet, who loves to talk to strangers and is very bold and confident, and there's this other side which I don't show, which is very to myself and very private. And even though those two how do you say, are counter opposites, they can still live in a person together and can exist simultaneously. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about astrology being a study of layers and layers and layers and layers, and it's very exciting what you can find out in the deep layers of a personality. And you can also see what the public unfortunately.